I don't like the way in which the Jamaican government has allowed the Chinese to come in and take over.
We suffer every day. Can you imagine? We have been here for centuries and we're still lagging around. If we to start a business in Jamaica, it's one of the hardest things to start a business. While the Chinaman come from China, come to Jamaica, start a business, none tax for 5 years. And by the time the 5 years come when he start pay tax, he making cousin and he never and his uncle come and him gone. So, and listen, this have been happening for centuries.
Fuck you know. See man, them man I take on the work, you know. Look how much bumbo clad Chinese. Me not see no black man there to work better. Look here. Look how much Chinese I work. I don't get fucked.
What's up guys, welcome back to our channel guys. So something is being whispered in Jamaica, in shops, openly on the streets, and debated online every single day. People are asking, who really controls Jamaica's economy? Why are small local businesses closing? And why does it feel like Jamaicans are becoming workers in their own country? This video is not about hatred, it's about race. It's about power, policy, and who benefits. And if you're Jamaican or care about Jamaica, this conversation matters. Before we go any further, let me be very clear. This video does not attack Chinese people, immigrants, or any ethnic group. Many Chinese Jamaicans have lived in Jamaica for generations and are part of the national fabric. What we are examining today are government policies, economic structures, and foreign investment decisions, and how they impact everyday Jamaicans. This is about systems, not individuals. Watch this compilation of videos until the end, and then I'll be back with more commentary. And as you watch, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, because I'll be back with this kind of conversations that affect the daily lives in the world. Thank you.
See, if you come in a wholesale and you can't read, that's alright. Me help you. Right? But you see, if you can't read and you go on like you can read, at them time there you look like fool. Let me give you an example with the things that me have to deal with at the time. One lady come in here and ask me the germs lotion. Germs lotion. And then when me ask her, germs lotion, miss? I don't know, germs lotion, that one there up there, so. Me no problem when people dance, you know. But how you fit dance and have attitude with it? And that me not get. How? That don't make no sense.
So everyone has been asking how the Chinese mechanics got into Jamaica. Well, here are the facts. Did you know that in 2015, Jamaica signed over the Kingston Freeport, our main port, our lifeline to China, who has full control for 30 years? Now they control what comes in and they control what goes out. That's why the Chinese mechanics and other companies move the way they want. No one to answer to. No real checks. No oversight. They run the port, they hold the gate. Why do you think it's after the fact Pika stepped in? Because they don't even know what's going on. But somebody know. Because when it comes to these little things, you know, don't think you can think on the same level you were programmed to think on. You have to change your frequency sometimes. And we're standing on the outside of our own house. We can't even act like we never know. Listen, we will never get out of slavery. Because a nation that can't even control its own port is a nation already conquered. Just without the chain.
I have a question for Andrew Holness, Kamina J. Smith, and Dr. Horace Chan. As a Jamaican, I'm really concerned, and I just want to express myself, and maybe other Jamaicans feel the same way. In Jamaica, we have over 76,000 Chinese living there, whether they are Chinese descendants or recently migrated to Jamaica, right? Boom. Chinese are able to work in our country, have businesses for over 5 years without paying taxes, while Jamaican people or Jamaican new entrepreneurs who starts businesses have to pay taxes off rip. First of all, they can't even get funding to start a business, much less. Now, what the Chinese them do is once you reach 5 years, they just call them another family member and put the business in their name, and the process continues, and they don't pay taxes, right? But that's not really why I'm here. I'm here because I realized that even as Jamaicans, we need a visa to go to China. But check this out. Chinese don't need a visa to come to Jamaica. That is unfair. To me, that's all ridiculous. You know how much Jamaicans would love to go to China for whatever reasons, whether short stay, business, or pleasure. Like, there gotta be some type of renegotiation. This is 2025, not 1865. So Andrew Holness, Dr. Horace Chang, and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kamina J. Smith, my namesake, please, me I beg you, look into this. Think about it as a politician. Me I have the education I own have, you know. Zane, I don't know a doctor and them thing. I'm just a regular Jamaican. I have sense and common sense. So, Uno tell me the scholars if that makes sense. Uno really need to do something about that. Do something about all of these countries where can come to our country and all these things and all get all these easy access to things. But Jamaicans have to struggle so much. Enough fear. Do something about that. Me I beg you now, please.
Because we suffer every day. Can you imagine? We have been here for centuries and we're still lagging around. If we to start a business in Jamaica, it's one of the hardest things to start a business. While the Chinaman come from China, come to Jamaica, start a business, none tax for 5 years. And by the time the 5 years come when he start pay tax, he making cousin and he never and the uncle come and him gone. So, and listen, this have been happening for centuries. So this have nothing to do with PNP or JLP. And you know, at the end of the day, none of them no want to fix it because all of them want us to, the black man.
I don't like the way in which the Jamaican government has allowed the Chinese to come in and take over. I believe they own the major port there. I believe that the Jamaican government has given them lands in exchange for services. I believe they built at least one hospital there, a couple of schools. They had constructed a north-south highway or northwest highway that connects one part of the island to the other. So you don't have to drive all the way around to get there, which was necessary. But from what I read, in exchange for them building the highway, the Jamaican government has allowed them to keep, I believe, nearly all of the toll fees on that highway for a certain amount of years. We're giving up too much to get too little. And what bothers me the most about, you know, Jamaica, they are the most Pan-Africanist and the most unapologetic of the Caribbean islands. And so if China can take Jamaica, taking the rest of the Caribbean won't be that difficult.
Breeze.
You know.
Something really wrong is going on in Kingston and St. Andrew. There is a set of people that don't care about community building, that don't care about families, that don't care about community, and they only care about making money. If you haven't been to Kingston and St. Andrew in a while, you can't be in a one street and you don't see one apartment building. Now, some of these apartment buildings are well positioned. Some of them make sense, right? In the corporate area and all them thing there. But when you spread out a little bit out and you go into the communities them, when you see mom and pop home with them little backyard and thing, and right beside them yard is one tall rotted building that don't make no sense. The people them they upstairs looking at you downstairs hanging your panty on the clothesline. Between you, one big building sandwiched in the middle of two homes, of two family homes. So now imagine me now having a beautiful day today. As me leave me yard, what that me see right beside my gate? What is that me see right beside my gate? One sign that say intention to build apartment units. Now, if you don't know me or if you don't follow me, if you never watch my video them, please go watch them. Me live in the bush. Me live in some hill bush. Me live in the bush. This empty lot is between me and my two neighbors. So this apartment building would be sandwiched between three family homes. that which privacy will be completely destroyed, which there is no road to go up there, so because don't see me take cooking oil go try fix up the road there. Them want carry people go up there in an apartment and the place don't have no road. There's no road go up there. The place far up in the hills. Which apartment gonna keep up there, so right? Now you tell me now, why will you want to disturb? First of all, come in and cut off the wall of the trees them. Deforest the place. The birds didn't know what to do with themselves. And now come in with sign that say I put up apartment building in a tiny, because I want a tiny lot in the middle of the bush, sandwiched in between two family homes. I don't care if people are going to go up this or not. I don't care if it has a good point of sale or not. All I care about is the fact that Uno are destroying Jamaica. Uno are destroying Jamaican communities. Uno are destroying Jamaican communities, because even sometimes when Uno don't get the old dilapidated house to buy and tear down and put Uno in thinking apartment matches box in the sky, so all Uno do a scam people with a little matches box in the sky. It's not, and I'm not talking about this because it born me and it affect me now. I have spoken about this plenty of time before, because there's a place for everything. Ambush sandwich between two family home, three family home is not a place for an apartment building. To all the contractors out there, I'm not saying to stop doing business. I am saying to do consciously, respectfully, with ethic. You don't need to have ethic. There is a place for everything. A community, a neighborhood is not a place for an apartment complex. Uno sick in a uno head. You see the place where I show that where they white bones in a Constant Spring? Uno can put apartment building there, so there's no family home. It's a commercial place. Uno very well uno put an apartment building over there, so you understand what I say? A community, a street where kids play in the street and families jog out there and cows roam around the place. It's not the place for an apartment building. Don't be so greedy. Why you want to be so unethical? And build a skyscraper to sell matches box in the skies, which by the way most likely are going to just sit down there, so because there is a overstock in a town. Me don't know who. If people know I buy it down, yes, on a Kingston 6, Kingston 8, Kingston 10, who is going to go buy apartment in the bush? Just have a little conscience, please. And for those of you who are not contractors, whenever you can, please raise your voice. Please raise your voice, because these buildings, these apartment buildings, are destroying communities, families. They are pricing out families. A family that could have purchased that land to be their family home were priced out by a developer. Thank you so much for watching. Love.
Jamaican construction worker. How you stay so? Why you not overcharge the people them? Me come for the laborer them, and who me come to talk to right now, the laborer. $5,000 a day family for one laborer. Talking God truth now. $5,000 a day and you are not trade man. And that you put on the price to. You are a thief. And watch this now, no? No power no go thing no come on the site and do a smoke and drink beer rum. Cause in Jamaica we no have a thing. If rum not on the site, we no want to work on it. But in a pay on $5,000 a day if you drink rum and smoke cushy all day. Nobody now do them thing the family. Cause you no have to look in on yourself and change up some things while go on a yard. You no mad? $5,000 a day for one laborer. You no start from 8 to 5. You no reach till almost 9 o'clock. You no forget 1 hour lunch break. And enough of uno lunch break go to 2 hours. When you left 5 o'clock in the evening, uno start draw at 4 o'clock. And uno want $5,000 a day. Uno mad. You see, the Chinese them a beat on nobody. Because the Chinese them I take $3,000 a day. Up what the place name again? Here in a crossroad there, so them have a construction company. The Chinese them. $3,000 a day them we take for laborer. And when them come for your work, them not smoke. Them not ask up in a room. If them fi come 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock them did a sharp. If them fi left 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. If them fi take 1 hour lunch break, at 1 hour lunch break them a take. But uno want charge $5,000 and then uno want take 2 hour lunch break, come late, do 1 bag of foolishness for the time and expect people to give you 5,000. Uno fi stop it. The trade man them done a beat you bad already and uno come take up that dirty habit there. $5,000 for 1 laborer. You come sit down and smoke and drink special for your site. Mad or no mad man. The Chinese go and beat on the bad with that $3,000 there. Where them come with. Uno a flap on yourself. Uno a flap on yourself. A master builder need to drop something to try to help the people them where build. Because enough of them mason and trade man here don't want to see people build. Because enough of them can't build. Them bad mind. About $5,000 a day. On the move and go on a thief like.
Thank you for watching that video with me until the end. For decades, Jamaica has welcomed foreign investments, tourism, infrastructure, trade, but recently frustration has grown louder. You hear it when a local shop shuts down, a mechanic loses customers, a family business can't compete on price, or a community wakes up to a massive development next door. Many Jamaicans are asking, how are these businesses surviving when locals can't? That question didn't come from nowhere. Here is a key fact that often gets overlooked. Jamaica, like many developing countries, offers investment incentives to attract foreign capital. Of course, this can include tax holidays, duty-free imports, fast-tracked permits, long grace periods before full taxations. In some cases, foreign-owned companies can operate for several years with minimal tax burden. Now ask yourself, can a small Jamaican shop survive 5 years without tax pressure? Can a local mechanic import equipment duty-free? Can a street vendor compete with bulk importing pricing? This is where imbalance begins. Not because foreigners are evil, but because policy tilts the playing field. Across the island, Jamaicans report Chinese-owned supermarkets, auto parts stores, hardware shops, mechanics, wholesale import businesses. Many operate with cheaper pricing, longer operating hours, imported labor or family networks, bulk supply chains. The result? Local businesses lose customers, they reduce staff or shut down entirely. And gradually, Jamaicans shift from owners to employees. That's not imagination. It's a structural economic shift. Now, let's talk about something even bigger. Back in 2015, China Merchants Holdings took control of the port of Kingston under long-term concession. This is not small. Ports control imports, exports, logistics, trade access, regional influence around the world. From Africa to the Caribbean, China has invested heavily in ports. Some see this as development. Others see it as dependency. And Jamaicans are asking, when we don't control our gateways, do we really control our economy? And that question deserves serious attention. Another growing concern, large apartment complexes, rapid urban construction developments in residential zones. People report loss of privacy, overcrowding, strain on water and roads, displacement of families. Again, this isn't about nationality. It's about planning, enforcement, and whose voice matters in development decisions. Let's be honest. Tension between communities in Jamaica didn't start today. Chinese migration dates back to the 19th century. You can check in our channel and you'll see a video about Chinese Jamaicans. Chinese Jamaicans have faced discrimination too, and many are deeply Jamaican. But history also shows that economic competition, when unmanaged, creates resentment. Everywhere in the world, not just Jamaica. Ignoring that reality only makes things worse. Jamaica does not need less investment. What Jamaica needs is fair investment. It's what the Jamaicans are talking about. Investment that uplifts locals. Policies that protect small businesses. Skills transfer, not replacement. Skills transfer. Ownership pathways for Jamaicans, transparency in concessions and contracts. A country cannot survive if its people feel like visitors in their own land. That frustration is not hatred, it's a warning. This isn't about kicking anyone out, it's about rebalancing power. Jamaica must renegotiate unfair deals, strengthen local entrepreneurship, enforce zoning and tax laws equally, invest in Jamaican-owned businesses. Listen to citizens, not just investors. Development without dignity is exploitation. Let me finish by saying this. Jamaica is small but not powerless. Jamaicans are intelligent, they are resilient, and they deserve an economy that works for them, not just through them. This conversation isn't dangerous. Silence is. If you are Jamaican, comment your experience. If you are not, listen, learn, and respect the conversation. Let's talk, not shout. Let's think, not hate. Let's protect Jamaica. Thank you very much for watching until the end. Please, if you like this kind of conversations that affect our daily lives, make sure you subscribe to our channel because I'll be back with this kind of content. Thank you for always watching our content and tuning back in every time we post a video. Thank you, and I'll see you in our next video.